Hey, time for another out of this world story from rSpace. I caught my girlfriend cheating on me with multiple old men for money. Too long, don't read? Girlfriend has been talking with other guys throughout the relationship. Did sugar daddy stuff, texted, sent nudes, went on dates, etc. Found evidence she cheated on me multiple times with her drug dealer. She won't admit to it. I've been with my girlfriend for about 9 months now. We are both 22 years old. This is my first serious relationship. The first few months were amazing, as most relationships are. A couple months in, I realized she was texting other guys in a flirtatious way and even using pet names with them, along with heart emojis, etc. There was a time when she said she was going home to see her family 2 hours away, but came to find out she was planning on taking a trip to Chicago with another guy she's been talking with in a more than platonic way. About a month after that, I found out she's on sugar daddy sites and is talking with old men. While we were talking together, she sent nudes, went on dates, had video chats, etc. with these older men. She was even planning on flying to Chicago for a weekend to see one of them. She said she was going to see her brother and her friend. She has lied to me about this every step of the way. Even when I confronted her with the evidence. I have snooped many times in this relationship. I hate doing it, but it was the only way for me to know the truth. Only until I confronted her multiple times about this stuff did she finally open up about it. Turns out she had been doing this since she was 18 and was even in a long-term relationship with a 60-year-old man for over a year, sex included. How I feel about this, I think it's disgusting and sad, is besides the point. I forgave her for this because I seriously don't think she's slept with any of them since we've been together, and her main reason for doing it was to pay for school, get a job, get a loan. Recently, I saw a saved chat that she sent on her Snapchat with her drug dealer from about a month ago that read, "You want to come over and F me?" And another saved chat 20 minutes later where she sent her address. Throughout our relationship, he would send her messages all the time such as, WYD, what are you doing? And stuff like that. I'd ask her, why does he always snap you if you never respond? She never really had a good answer other than, I don't know. The night I saw that message, you want to come over and F me? I messaged him on her phone. She was in the room with me, so she knew I was doing this. He claimed they've had sex about 4 to 5 times since we've been together, and he said the last time was around when she sent that message to him. Initially, she denied even sending the message saying, I don't know how that got there, and I don't remember sending him that. A day later, the story changed to him coming over, they smoked, she cried, and then he left. I told her that I'm not stupid. That message was also sent after we had a fight, and I left her house at 1 a.m. After I found this out, I honestly didn't care about respecting her privacy anymore, so I snooped even more. God, I hate saying that. Turns out the day after she asked him to come over for sex, she was Googling, literally, how soon to get tested for STDs after unprotected sex? She hasn't said a word about this. I also did something even crazier. I made a fake Snapchat as him, added myself on her phone, and messaged her a couple of days later. I asked her if she wanted to come over and that I, her drug dealer, missed screwing her. She responded with, LOL, yeah, into this whole celibacy thing at the moment. I also said I liked the show we were watching last time we had sex, and she said, LOL, it's a good show. Her explanation for this is that she didn't want to upset him by denying they had sex. Like, who would just go along with something like that? I don't know. We were pretty much broken up at this point, but it bugs me so much how she just gets upset whenever I ask questions about this whole thing. I wish she'd just be honest instead of denying everything. Am I being unreasonable? Is she telling the truth? Should I just kick her to the curb and move on? TLDR repeat. Girlfriend has been talking with other guys throughout the relationship. Did sugar daddy stuff, texted, sent nudes, went on dates, etc. Found evidence she cheated on me multiple times with her drug dealer. She won't admit to it. Update 1. I ordered an STD test kit online, and I made sure to get a reliable one. Getting tested near me had to wait, plus online was cheaper. I don't give a crap if she knows the results or not, because she obviously didn't think of me when she cheated. But I know she's gone on a date and has been talking to this other dude for the past week since we've been on a break. I didn't care because I knew it was over anyway. And if I'm positive for anything, I feel like I should let him know. OP's asking for some thoughts? Guess who's got them? The community. Secure C Lab starts us off. Sounds like she's not really your girlfriend. Sorry, man. Next up, random Romanian user. She belongs to the street and you know it. Why keep lying to yourself? Cheaters will never admit they cheat, even with solid proof. Just dump her and move on with your life. Abbreviations FAR 7867 says, Leave her alone. If she lives with you and only your name is on the lease, kick her out. She'll keep you on a yo-yo as long as she can, so don't hesitate to dump her and find someone who's good for you. Also, get yourself tested for STDs and under no circumstances should you have sex with her again. The thoughts just keep on coming. LL Machine LL says, when I was selling, I couldn't tell you how many girls would throw themselves for a dub even when they had boyfriends. OP's response, that's pretty sad, but I don't think that was why she did it, as she only got weed like twice since we've been together. She's pretty insecure, so I'm assuming, at least on that one night, that asking him to come over was a way to validate herself after our fight, or something like that. Last comment from Arrogant1. A few months ago, I went to an appointment with my psychologist regarding medication I take. He and I got into the subject of narcs because my own brother is one of the biggest ever. I was told a few ways people can become narcissists, but the point I took away from the talk was that narcissists cannot change. Ever. I've seen several people tell you she belongs to the streets. Bro, she belongs to the shrinks. Moving on to the next story. Boyfriend cheated on me with 4 different affair partners at the same time in multiple countries. To begin, I'm now 31 female and my ex is a 31 male. We met back in middle school. I would say we were more acquaintances. We went to school with each other up until our sophomore year of high school, where he left and moved in with his dad. We both went on to graduate in 2008, and from that point on until the summer of 2019, he would randomly DM me. The relationship never went anywhere because he's Army and was always stationed too far away. In my head, I knew it would never work out. We both go on and have kids from different relationships. Fast forward to the summer of 2019, he finds me on Snapchat and we hit it off. This time he's stationed about 20 minutes away from my home. We start to build a relationship and make it official in October. About 3 weeks later, I found a box in his closet that was sent to him from another woman. We get in a huge fight and he chokes me. I was able to drop to the ground and it freed his hands from around my neck. I should have walked away that night. I chalked it up to we were both drunk and he swore up and down that he was the most faithful guy I ever met. That the box was from when he was stationed in Germany and he will never see that girl again. We had our ups and downs from that point on, but nothing too crazy. Until September of 2020. I noticed he began to act funny, like randomly left my house in the middle of the night. One night when I was staying in his house, he just couldn't sleep, so I decided to Google him. Turns out 2 weeks prior, he was arrested for aggravated battery on a pregnant female. He made this huge excuse that it was a girl he worked with and that all that happened was they got in an argument and she pressed charges. In the back of my head, I couldn't let it go. As much as I wanted to believe him, I couldn't. So I found the girl. I didn't message her until the court case was over and she told me everything. They have been dating the whole entire time we were together. She dropped the charges because she thought he was in love with her. 3 days later, I get a message from another girl. This time it was from the girl in Germany. They were also together the whole entire time we were dating. He played all 3 of us. Considering he was facing charges of domestic violence, the military sent him to another state. He was there for 2 months and got a girl pregnant. So there was a 4th. We all found out about each other. I asked him why he did it, and he said, because he could. It's almost been a year, and I still can't believe the 4th girl is dumb enough to stay. Alright, moving on to the next story. My fiancé disappeared, so I tracked her car to her affair partner's house. My fiancé of 2 years and a girlfriend of 4 has been giving off red flags for weeks. We used to be so happy together, and recently she's been acting so cold and distant. She started coming home 2 to 3 hours later than she should from work, not responding to texts or calls when she was missing, and telling me I'm being overly paranoid and controlling. I don't feel like all of a sudden coming home at 1 to 2 a.m. when your shift ends at 9 is normal, and having someone just go no contact and have no idea where they are is normal. Of course, I was worried and scared. I was afraid she could be hurt, something bothering her, anything. My point is this is extremely out of character and worrying. A few days ago, she told me she didn't find me as attractive anymore and said she was not sure we were still compatible. This was all out of the blue, as she had been loving, supportive, talking about our future, all up until about 2 months ago. She's also been very protective of her phone, muting notifications, hiding things, like lying about where she was. Today I came home from work early to spend the day with her, and she was gone. I tried calling and texting, but heard nothing back. I was really worried after 5 hours of no contact, so I started driving around town trying to find her or make sure she's okay. I just found our car that she drives in a neighborhood parked outside a house I've never been to. She's still not responding and it's been 7 hours at this point. I'm thinking of going up and knocking on the door, but I know what I'm going to find and I don't know if I have the strength to face it. I'm in a really bad place right now. Let's check the reactions on this one from the community. Nick Danger 73 says, "She's checked out of your relationship. She's with another guy and has been for a long time. Pack her stuff and give her the boot. Get tested for STDs ASAP. You dodged a bullet, mate. You didn't marry a cheater. Move on. You deserve better." Burning Redwood says, "That's rough, my man. Don't even give her the satisfaction of that confrontation. Pack up her stuff, set it outside, and let her know you're happy she's found a new place to stay. Be thankful you dodged marrying her." Bensel McPrush says, "You know what you have to do. Pack and leave. This is done. She has checked out, and so should you. Absolutely do not, for the love of God, marry this person. Do not get guilt-tripped and manipulated into thinking this is somehow your fault and you need to fix this."